All right, so this is going to be the demo where we try the cardstock gold foil transfer and see what we get with that. So I'm going to turn the laminator on. I've still got my little pocket to hold my work, got my cardstock, and I've got my foil. I made my word a little smaller too. I'm going to see if that makes a difference. But I'm going to run this through a couple of times. Something else I also did, you all, is I'm using the copier in the office, and I also bumped up the density of the black. So I went the blackest black that I could go as far as laying down that laser toner, and I'm going to see if that makes a difference. Okay, so once this laminator gets hot and is ready to go, we'll send it through and we'll do a couple of tests and see what works best. All right, so we're heating up there again. I've got my little packet here. I've got I'm doing cardstock this time instead of copy paper as well. So we'll see if the density of that makes any difference. And then I've got my foil over my design. So my light screen, I'm gonna put it through there, see what happens. I'm also going to, you all, notice that I put the fold side in first to make sure that it grabs everything in my little pocket that I made to protect my artwork there. I'm going to run it through a couple times and we'll see if the density and the cardstock make a difference in how that applies. And again, you'll see on the one that we did before where it's trying to grab the pigment, but it didn't grab all of it. All right, so let's try this again. I'm going to run through, it looks like it's already doing a little better. So I'm going to run it through. I'm going to do 3 times just to make sure. And again, this is, if you follow any crafters or if you're on Pinterest, there is, yes, a lot of kind of cheesy crafty stuff on Pinterest, but you know, if you have a creative eye, you can learn how to use that for art and design purposes and do things that are a little bit more sophisticated. So this is the second run through. Let's kind of take a look and see. You'll notice it's pulling, looks like it's pulling much well. The areas where it's kind of dimpled, that means that's where it's applying to the black. So again, a couple of things that I did different this time. We printed on cardstock, we used the copier in the art office, and I also turned up on the copier, there's a setting. So you might be better off just to print your design on regular paper and then make a copy of it to make sure you can control the blackness of it. So on the copier settings, there's an area for auto density, and you can set it to where it's like as black as it can be and as dark as it can be. And that should make a huge difference as well, because this is grabbing on to that Xerox area. So let's see what we get here, you guys. And then again, this will be a little warm. It shouldn't be super hot, but it will be warm to the touch. Hey, look at that. All right, so you can see, and for whatever reason, my camera is mirrored, so I apologize for that. But you can see where this is almost all gold foil. There's a couple of places where it didn't grab, so I probably would want to run it through just a couple of more times. And also it depends on how much detail, but you can see here and see where we can see through this area of the gold. You can see through that now. You can see where it grabbed the gold foil. So that is gold foil, DIY foil stamp with our deco foil and our $25 laminator. So boom, there we go.